Welcome to Erikia's channel, where you get the blessing and the lesson. I said I was going to come and do this video 2 days ago because it's been on my heart to get up here and do a video with you guys. However, right now I'm just like, I'm going to just do it. Driving to work, I'm going to just do it, right? I wanted to speak on accountability in your healing. Not only just holding yourself accountable, but holding other people accountable too. Sometimes it may be difficult for you to do that. Hold other people accountable because you're trying to keep the peace or you don't want to shake the table. When you are healing, shake the table. Shake the table. Because people will manipulate you and they will play off where they know they can play you off, right? They gonna play in the areas they know they can play in. They gonna lie, they gonna manipulate it, they gonna gaslight it. You have to be able to call things out. You have to be able to call it out in a proper way without getting all in your emotions. I had to learn that lesson this past week or so, to not get in my emotions when I know for a fact someone is manipulating me, to handle it in a more loving and peaceful way, but know how to handle them, know how to approach them next. Now that you showed me that you try to manipulate me in a situation, now I know how to handle you. I don't have to cut you off. I don't have to do all the extra. I know how to handle you now, right? So just learning how to respond to them, learning to stay calm with them, because you cannot control other people's actions. You cannot. So learning to stay calm with them, even in the midst of them trying to manipulate you. So holding them accountable, but also holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable to a place where you like, you know what, I could have controlled my emotions better in that situation. I could have responded differently in that situation. I could have, created space in that situation. I had a past situation that happened about a week or so ago where I got 3 people sitting here trying to manipulate me and make me look like I'm the crazy one, right? Sometimes things like that are going to happen. When you are healing, you start paying attention and you start noticing things that you usually would not notice, right? And these be people who you thought you can trust, people who you think you can trust, right? But you have to look at it like, I don't have to cut you off, I don't have to be angry at you, but now I see how you moving with me, and ain't no telling how many times you moved that way with me, but thank God I'm aware now, right? You have to be able to hold yourself accountable and hold them accountable. A lot of the times we struggle with holding other people accountable because we don't want to create, what am I trying to say? We don't want to create that animosity between the two, right? But at some point you gotta put you first. It doesn't matter if you create animosity between y'all or not. If they're not mature enough to say, you know what, I was wrong, and hold themselves accountable, then you know who you're dealing with. But you still have to hold them accountable, and you still have to hold yourself accountable, because if you're going to heal properly, then you got to be able to be aware when you are wrong and being aware when other people are treating you wrong. You know how you want to be treated. You know how you're going to accept being treated. You know how you don't want to be treated. So therefore, you understand what someone is doing wrong to you, because you know what makes you feel some type of way. Before you respond to that, you ask yourself, is this a trigger for me, and do I need to work this out myself, or do I really got an issue with what they're doing or what they're saying? Ask yourself these questions, because people will play you if they feel like they know you well enough to manipulate you. Don't let nobody play with you like that. Pay attention to what people are saying. Pay attention to it, because when you are healing, you cannot be connected to people who bring the worst out of you. People who try to make you look your worst. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, or you won't be healing properly. You will always find yourself in a place where you are upset and angry. Pay attention. Hold people accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Change your behaviors. Y'all have a good day.